Good evening, kids. So today I'm going to talk to you about my interview with Mr. J.Beard. I met Jackie at Florida Southwestern State College when I was a student there before I transferred here to the University of Florida. Jackie serves as the co-advisor for FSW Serves along with the Student Government Association, and he currently works as the coordinator for FSW Student Engagement. I primarily worked with Jackie through student government, being able to represent the student body as a whole for FSW. Through this organization, I also had the opportunity to nominate Jackie for various leadership awards. This would include the Bob Graham Distinguished Service and Region 4 Advisor of the Year. With that being said, the reason why I chose to interview Jackie is not only because I had the opportunity to work with him, but I also had the chance to witness his leadership during his various presentations and was able to watch others get inspired and want to do what he wanted to do. I wanted to share his insight of leadership with you guys and talk more about what it takes to be a better person and an overall better leader. So throughout this interview, I noticed a few things when talking with Mr. Beard. So for starters, Jackie is a pretty chill individual and he's willing to help as and when he can. And he's very passionate when it comes to doing what he does because it's important to do what you love and love what you do. Otherwise, it's just not as fun or entertaining, and it can be very long days if you're not just enjoying yourself. As mentioned, his passion is very impressive. It reminds me a lot of Professor Sajek when he teaches the classes. Like both him and Jackie are both not only passionate, but they're dedicated and they're able to inspire others and get excited on topics, especially those that they're really passionate and interested about. This helps to elevate their productivity, their creativity, and commitment when it comes to leadership. Throughout Jackie's presentations, he always has PowerPoints, but he uses them as a backdrop versus being used as to read off of and regurgitate the information. He wants students to be able to get something out of it for them to go back to their college campuses and be able to apply that information. When it comes to presenting, Jackie knows his target audience and is able to take things in the right direction. And he knows what his goals and intentions are. And he is able to pursue what he needs to do. This helps to enhance not only his but others' productivity and creativity when it comes to presentations or just working together as leaders and as followers. Key characteristics that were noticed throughout this interview are the following. So Jackie mentions that good leaders are there to guide us and make us be better individuals and be able to move forward, because moving forward is very important. If you're moving backwards, you're thinking about the past when you should be really focusing on what's happening right now and be able to build for the future. Other characteristics as discussed in the interview would be in terms of communication, delegation, commitment, and the ability to inspire. So in terms of communication, I asked Jackie the following question. Who are some of the greatest communicators that you have met? Jackie mentioned some of the greatest communicators I have met would be Dr. Charles Danson, former president of College of Central Florida, Dr. Jim Harvey, the former vice president of finance, and Dr. John Meyer, the current president of Hodges University. So with that being said, communication is very important as it helps to guide people and help them to know what to do, because if there's not any communication, then people just don't know what to do, or if communication is there, there's a chance that it would be miscommunicated and people will take it with a grain of salt and do what they think they need to do without asking for help or further clarification. So by asking for help or further clarification, everybody's able to be on the same page and everyone will be able to complete the task the way it should be. And it also brings everybody together as a whole. Through delegation, I asked Jackie the following question. What makes great leaders great? Jackie mentions what makes great leaders great is their ability to stay calm, inspire to share vision, and build a foundation of trust. This allows the leader to reach desired goals and unbreakable bonds among the team members. So with that being said, delegating tasks is also very important, as it is a moment for the followers to shine and be able to show their strengths to the leader. People are able to work together and empower one another, increasing the success, motivation, job satisfaction, and overall personal growth. In terms of commitment, I asked Mr. Beard the following questions. What were some of the most important leadership lessons you've learned, and how did you learn from them? Jackie mentions, the most important lessons I learned as a leader is to be genuine, committed, and patient throughout the various leadership positions held. There were many ups and downs, but I was able to remain positive because I was growing as a leader. The follow-up question would be, how does this manifest in the way you work as a coordinator for FSW student engagement? And he mentions, it allows me to view my leadership as ever evolving, thus allowing me to be who I am, trust my journey as a leader, and be the better person that I can be. Leadership is a journey and not a destination. Great leaders trust the process and commitment to learning. So with that being said, commitment is important, and it is one of the fundamental principles of success. It starts with the self and it builds self-esteem. It is a balance between what is wanted and what people are capable of doing. It is a decision that makes or breaks success and leads up to the career ownership. It is also a continued and never-ending process. Lastly, in terms of inspiration, I asked Jackie the following question. What helps you do what you do, and who keeps you motivated or going? And Jackie mentions, the reason for keeping me motivated or do what I do is seeing the students reach their dreams and goals. The motto is to change the world one student at a time. This drives me to be the light for students who may not have anyone in their lives. So inspiration is very important when it comes to success because it keeps the message of human authenticity, it excels work life, and it perceives how things are being seen. It is important to stay on course, push through the tough tasks when something apparently can't be done, and be able to change your thoughts and perspectives. It is important to be inspired in order to create new things and be able to innovate them. Otherwise, you'll just be following the same path and you won't be getting anywhere. And although following your own instincts does tend to work, it doesn't always work, depending on the situation. And based on the results that are made from these changes, the reactions and thoughts are seen accordingly. So after my interview with Jackie, I noticed the following. Like I mentioned, he is very passionate about what he does. He has definitely changed my perspective about leadership and about being an individual as a whole. He taught me that leadership is about leaders being different versus being the same, because leaders are like snowflakes. No two snowflakes are alike. Although there are similarities when it comes to reaching certain goals or aspects. There are people who lead and command organizations. A good leader is there for their members, ready to serve and meet their needs. He's also taught me that through the interview, how to be honest, how to work with people's reactions, keep calm, be confident when making certain decisions. So with that being said, Jackie is a great example of a leader for people to follow. Key statements that would be taken out of this interview would be the following. Jackie has mentioned a lot of tips and tricks in regards to being a good leader. Statements would include being an authentic leader, how to interact with others, and how to follow your heart. I asked Jackie the following question. Over time, what have you learned to more of or less of? And he mentions, over time I learned to be more authentic when leading a team. It is good to have leaders you inspire to be, but it's just as important to be who you are. The aim is to combine both perspectives to become the best leader you can be. I also asked him the question, over time, what has changed about your leadership style and when it comes to interacting with people? And he mentions, it was great with interaction. I believe this trait allows me to be successful as a leader and a team member. Being humble and approachable are traits many leaders are missing when it comes to team success. So with that being said, as learned throughout the class in terms of authentic leadership, authentic leaders focus on whether or not the leadership is genuine or real. These leaders are original and do not follow or copy others. They do things based on personal value and their relationship with others. They are leaders who are hopeful, confident, and resilient, and are able to decipher the right from the wrong. Leaders are able to promote justice for the greater good of the community, and interaction, as Jackie said, is also very important, and it should be done in a positive manner. Listening to what others have to say is a great way to be able to see what they see. It is important to be present in the moment, benefit sustainability, and improve the overall well-being of us leaders. So with that being said, I learned that leadership is a journey, and it's about consistently growing and understanding who we are as leaders, and how to work with one another in order to achieve the goal, outcome, or result. This is used in order to be a better person and to be able to build self-trust, ability, and maintain the attitude of a leader. It is important to look for clarity and bring the betterment out of other leaders. And it's also important to build the followers so they can be the future leaders as well. With that, extraordinary results will come out of it, and it'll show the hard work really does pay off.